Hi, my name is MiKayla, and today I'm going to be doing my group speech 2. So for our group speech, we decided to talk about online school and how it's affected students, faculty, and just, overall. And so my part was to talk about how it affected the lunchroom ladies and how it's still impacting them. So many things have changed in our society due to COVID-19. And one of the biggest things that have changed is our school systems in general. And a lot of people are focused on how it's impacted the students, and it has, and that's really important. But it's also impacted the teachers, and not only the teachers, but the lunchroom ladies. And I feel like that part is really kind of overlooked, and they're working like double time just to provide for these students. So when schools shut down in March, and all the kids were forced to go to online school, and all the teachers were able to go home, the lunchroom ladies were still required to come to school each day, 5 days out of the week, and provide lunch for the students. And they didn't just provide lunch for that day. Each day, they had to provide 7 days worth of food to give each student. So they were required to come to work and work extra hours and long hours just to provide 7 lunches, 7 days a week worth of food for each student in their school system. So they were really working overtime, and they were also risking their health to come out during that time when everything was really unsure. Now that schools are back open, they're having to provide for the online students and the in-school students. So schools are back open, but kids had the option to do online school, and they still have to be fed. And so the lunchroom ladies now are having to work and provide food for the kids in school, as well as provide packed lunches for the kids that go home. So this is kind of just creating like an extra stress for them, which is important that those kids get food, but it is causing extra stress. They're having a lot more tasks they have to take care of, and just a lot more like things that they're having to cover. Also, they are having to provide dinner for those students that are online, and any person under the age of 18. So this isn't for all schools, only some schools are doing this, but I know a school in particular that they are having to provide dinner. And so the lunchroom ladies are having to go to school that day, work that day, provide lunch for the kids at school, as well as lunch for the kids at home. And after their work day is over, they have to go home. They get to chill for just a little bit, and then they have to come back up there just a couple hours later to the school. And they have to begin to make the dinner and fix it and get it packed together. And then they have to go outside and they have to serve this food. And anybody can drive through. Anybody whose child goes to school there, or anybody under the age of 18 can drive through and pick up these lunches and this dinner. And so the lunchroom ladies are having to take time out of their home life. They're having to take time away from their families. They have families that they have to go home and provide food for and take care of. And they don't have the time to do that anymore because they're having to come back up there in the afternoons to feed other kids dinner. And so the online school has really impacted them in a way that I feel like is overlooked, because they are working really hard to be able to provide for these kids and to get them fed, as well as to get them dinner, which is not a normal task for a lunchroom lady. Their jobs are to feed the kids while they're at school, so breakfast and lunch. But dinner is a whole new thing that they're being required to do. And so it's just really important that I think that they get some recognition for the effort that they're putting in, because they have events after school, or students who are in after school programs and games that they want to get to, or programs that they want to go see their kids in, but they can't do that because they're having to come back to the school to provide dinner for all the other kids, which is really out of their job task. That's not normally what they're asked to do, and it's not their normal hours either, and they're not getting paid any extra for it. And so online school has just really added stress to their plate. So I just chose this part to talk about because I feel like the students are important and the teachers are important, but so is all of the faculty and staff, and how they're being impacted is important too. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.